Now I feel bad for the parents because it's so true.
They end up having very sneaky kids.
That's not fair.
It's the same thing.
You been home all night.
No, you can't go.
You gonna wild out because you was caged.
Like,
That would devastate me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I don't do that.
Hi, I'm Nay, and welcome to Nay's Place, a safe space for real conversation. And today, I really don't even know what we're talking about, but I'm gonna just give it to my dad.
I have a question that I want to ask, and you gotta tell me the truth, okay?
Okay.
Tell me one thing that you feel parents don't understand.
Let me think. Because we have kind of touched up on this topic, so
Okay.
I don't want to really like say something I've already said.
Okay.
So let me think. I don't know. I feel like parents understand, but I feel like, yeah, parents, like, they say, like, you have a daughter and a son,
Okay.
and, like, your son wants to go to, like, their girlfriend's house or something like that. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
And then their parents are like, oh, yeah, go. You can go. And then the girl will be like, can I go to my boyfriend's house? It's like, no, you can't go. And I was thinking about it. I was like, dang, what's the difference? And I was like, and it was like probably because like a girl can get pregnant and a boy can't, but a boy can get a girl pregnant. It's the same thing. And I was like, I don't get it.
Of course, Jameer isn't old enough yet, but I would imagine that parents feel different about their daughters than they do their sons. So it's a double standard. You know what a double standard is?
No.
When there's one set of rules for one group of people, but then there's another set of rules for another group of people. So that's basically what you're explaining is a double standard. And I guess it's because like girls are more fragile to their parents. It's like a more fragile protecting thing versus the boys. It's like, oh yeah, go ahead.
But I don't understand. Cause it's like, I feel like I could protect myself just as much as a boy could or anything like that. It's just like, I feel like I could do it myself. Like I don't.
So you feel like parents shouldn't treat their sons and daughters differently?
Right. I don't think they should do that.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Like, do you think males and females in general should be handled differently, or you think there's just certain subjects where y'all should be treated equal? Because it's like in some situations, girls are just different than boys. So wouldn't you raise them different?
Right. I mean, I was just finna say going to the war, but like Mulan proved that a girl most def can do that.
Yeah, a girl can do that for sure.
But I feel like it's just where, I don't know. There probably are some different things. Because even when it goes to like hanging out with friends or something, like when I'm with my friends and say it's like a whole bunch of guy friends, I don't know why. Like say even with that, like they feel the need to protect. Like bro, I can do something myself. Do not do that. Or get something from like I'm good. I got it. I'm my own person. Like I can do things myself. I have arms and legs for a reason.
Yeah, I feel you. I guess girls, I don't have no excuse. I feel bad for the parents because it's so true, but I don't know.
And plus, I feel like girls are more responsible than boys would be. A boy would go to a girl's house and be trying to do so or whatever, and then a girl would probably be thinking about it more and be more cautious. Because I know I would, even when it comes to my guy friends and the conversations that we have and the different like mindsets that we have. Like I was like, okay, so I was like, say like you go to your girl house, like you gonna try to do something. It was like, yeah. I'm like, and I was like, I wouldn't, like my parents trust me to at least go there. I'm not finna mess junk up.
Yeah. So do you think that parents should really treat the boys the way they treat the girls?
Yes.
Like, cause the boys are the ones that are more reckless. They the one that needs to be protected more cause they're not smart.
Yes. I really think it's the boys that need to be treated like that, cause I feel like the girls be more cautious. They be thinking about things like further down, like.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is like, even when men and women get older, that's mainly what happens, like women tend to think further in the future. They tend to be more wise. They tend to be more smart. And the boys are kind of like always behind. Like, that's true. But I do want to say that it's good for you to express that, because I'm sure you have friends that you talk to, and like the girls be feeling like, yo, I always got to be home at a certain time, or I always got to do this, but then my brother can do whatever he want. And parents, that's not fair. I know we have our reasons. I know we treat our girls different. I know boys are rough, so we're more lenient. But when it comes to life, sometimes, depending on your children, you may have to treat your children based on who they are and not what gender they are, because your boy might be the one that you need to worry about, or the one that needs protection, or he may be the one that is more emotional than your daughter. Like, people automatically think girls are more emotional than boys, but then you may have two kids where what you would expect the boy to do or what you would expect the girl to do, their personalities may not be the norm of what you expect.
Right.
So I would say that parents should just like communicate with their children, understand their children, and then just treat them according to who they are, case by case, versus letting the boys get away with stuff that girls can't get away with. Like, girls got a curfew and the boys don't. Or
Right.
boys can go to their girlfriend house, but girls can't go to their boyfriend house. That is real. Yo, that is real. Have you ever talked to your friends about that?
Yes.
What they say?
So it's like I was talking to my friends, like just me, like, and I realized, like, because like most of my friends that I actually have like now are guys, and I only have like one real like friend that I talk to, like for real, which is my best friend. And because we have the type of parents that we have, when like we be talking to like some of our guy friends, we be like, y'all parents just let y'all walk. Like, it be the boys though. They parents be letting them go anywhere. I'm like
walk outside and stuff?
No, like they literally let them go anywhere. Like, they drop their kids off and then they be walking home. They be doing all types of things. So I'm like, good God. What, like my parents wouldn't even
So maybe the parents just feel like the boys know how to handle themselves, maybe. And maybe they just feel like girls. I will say, from this perspective, there are more problems when it comes to men and girls than there are women and boys. Do that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I would be much more afraid of what could happen to you because of a man than I would be afraid what happens to Jameer because of a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So there is that dynamic where it's like, it's some stuff that be going on, and if my baby girl is not close to me and she's in a situation where I'm not around, I would be devastated if something were to happen to her, and it's less likely to happen to a boy. So that's why it's looked at different. That may be one reason why it's looked at different.
Okay.
Roger is the way you say it.
And I get to work, and I call my sister, and I said, well, I can't reach Terrence. And she said, well, you need to call the police. I said, well, I don't want to call the police. I just can't. He's just not answering. She said, well, I'm going to call him. And if he doesn't answer, I'm going to call the police. So she never called me back. She sent me a text. And the text said, breaking news, an unidentified African-American male has been found dead in a hit and run. And that was it. And it just said breaking news.
If you enjoyed this clip and would like to enjoy more, search the RXS Podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts, or watch the RXS Podcast on RXS Entertainment YouTube channel. That's a good point, ain't it?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Because I was just going to say, like, I feel like parents be so scared about like what goes on a lot that they don't let their kids live their life. Because it's like, I seen like things be happening to people and stuff like that, but it's like, I get that, but it's like you can't be so scared about what's gonna happen in the world, because then you're not even gonna live your life. And then either way, when you get older and you get grown and you live on your own,
You're gonna wild out because you was caged.
Right.
So do you feel like sometimes parents can be too protective?
Yes, because even with parents that protect their kids, like overprotective kids, or like not overprotective kids, overprotective parents, I feel like the ones who do that to their children, like they end up having like very sneaky kids. Like they kids be real. I know friends that like their parents don't let them do nothing, and they're very sneaky. And I was like, how do you even know how to do the things that they be doing? Like one of my friends, right? So they used to get their phone taken all the time and their iPad taken all the time. So they decided to get a fake iPad, and their parents did not realize they had a fake iPad. So, their mom like had the fake iPad and didn't realize it was a fake iPad.
Wow.
And so basically what happens is they have the iPad while the phone is taken, so they can still do what they got to do on the iPad while the phone is taken. I was like, how do you even get away with that?
That's finesse. But I do understand how a child or how a kid will feel like, okay, this is a lot. So in a parent's defense, it's our job to protect. It is our job to nurture, and it's our job to keep you safe. So maybe it's a situation where once you get a certain age, maybe parents like, okay, once you get 16, I'll let you do a little more. But until you turn 16, you kind of got to just be guarded so you can be safe. So parents think about the worst case scenario. I would rather my child be frustrated with me because I don't let them do what they want to do than for me to let them do what they want to do and then something happens. So it's like, it's much better for me to deal with you being upset than me to deal with you being kidnapped. That would devastate me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's the vibes of a parent. Like, I got to protect my child at all costs, even if they don't like it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I can see how a child would be like, yo, this is miserable. Like, I don't got no life at all, and this is terrible.
Which is why kids be sneaking out.
Sneaking, like going out the window when their parents sleep, or leaving when they at work.
And then it's like they be thinking, especially like when the kids be sneaking out and the parents be thinking that they protected. Like the kids really be out there and know it's out there, but just don't be doing it when their parents around.
So you know kids that their parents be thinking they in the house and they be gone.
Yes. I know quite a lot of kids that be, yes.
How do they get away with it?
Like they don't be having like front door cameras and stuff. Like when they don't have cameras around their house, and then like with the window, they took the thing, like you know how you'll have a thing on the window, it'll be the window, you can open the window and the thing. They took out the thing, like they found out how to take it up. And then they know how to put it back in. So they really be sneaking out. And I was like, what?
And they parents think they up in the crib.
Right.
So where they parents be at work?
No, their parents do be working, because their parents like have night shifts and stuff like that. So they be gone at night.
Wow.
Like I know, like they be having night shifts and stuff like that. So
do you be asking them like, yo, how y'all pulling this off? Well, it is. I'm not gonna say that. If your parent gone all night, they don't know what's going on.
They don't.
Long as you back in the house before they get home, you been home all night.
Right. But at the same time, though, don't make it like, never mind, let me not, because then I'm finna encourage y'all sneaking out. I'm not finna do that. But I'm saying though, just don't make it obvious though. Like at least close the junk. Don't have it look a little too clean. Don't have it look too dirty. Like you gotta do something to make it look like you just been chilling. But like if you try to make it look like it was a scene, they gonna be like, this don't look right. So yeah. I don't know.
But I do think there should be a middle ground between protecting a child and then letting your kids kind of experience life and have fun and do sleepovers at certain houses. First, you have to do like me and my wife do with Nate's friends. Like we gotta make sure we know their parents. We gotta make sure they good people. We gotta make sure they got good spirits so that we're okay. We make sure we have their phone number, so if anything happened, we can communicate with them. And that's a way to kind of let your children kind of be with people who are safe so they won't feel so tied down or so caged. But we can't let y'all do whatever y'all want to do because that's not safe.
Right.
But I do understand us, like, if you have a certain friend and we build a relationship with their parents, y'all can go over there. Or they can come to our house and we can hang and go to the movies and not watch the whole thing. Or we can go. We gotta try to do the park thing we was talking about. But yeah, I think it would be cool to find a balance between protecting your child from harm and then giving them enough freedom to not feel like they're caged in. And as far as the boy-girl thing, it's a double standard thing, and that exists. That's going to exist forever. Like there's women who fight for women's rights. Did you know that in some jobs, in some companies, women don't? You already know.
I know, like, either women don't get paid or women get paid less than men, even though they're doing the exact same job.
Yes. So that's the negative part of life in society where men and women are treated different. And there are some instances that I believe where men and women should be treated different because they are different. But then there's also things that are unfair. So when it comes to y'all wanting to do stuff that boys do, I guess we should be more worried about the boys.
Right. And like, cause I feel like if I was to have kids and like it was the point where like I felt like my daughter couldn't go somewhere, I would be like, then my son can't. Cause unless it'd be like, unless you finna take your sister with you, you can't go.
Yeah, cause then you can create a situation, which is another thing. You can create a situation where one child resents the other because of the freedom that they have. Like, I don't like you because mama and daddy always let you do what you want to do, so I don't even like you no more. And then you can cause a sibling issue based on the parents having double standards in how they allow and not allow certain things. And that's a whole nother situation.
Yeah.
That's kind of heavy though, low key. Because it's like mama and daddy used to always, and then they grow up. The crazy thing is, like, when we grow up and become adults, like, yeah, we're older and we're more mature in some ways, but we still be the same kids. Like, shut up. Mom and daddy used to let you do whatever you want, and now you still do whatever you want. like yeah, adults that's 20, 30, 40 years old be doing that. So I get your point. And I think parents do understand that they are not being fair, but I guess they got whatever their reasons are. And it doesn't make it right. And it's definitely making me, as Jameer gets older, I'm going to be thinking about that, like, but we be letting you do your thing though, while still
depending on what the thing is.
Yeah. Because your mama be like, nope, don't even ask.
Well, she really be chilling though, because I feel like I'm very like, even when it comes to doing stuff, like I know like what to do and what not to do. Like, even when, say if I were to go to a friend house, say it's like a boy or something, which that's never really happened, but say if that were to happen, I wouldn't really be trying to do nothing crazy. I'd probably just be chilling. And if they try to do something like that, I'd be like, all right, bro, time to dip. Cause you acting weird. Like, I don't really want to do, I don't really see myself doing stuff like that, especially with my friend. Like, you're weird, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's weird. It's like, bro, what? Like, that's, yeah. I feel like even if I were to go to one of my friend's house that's like a boy or something, I would probably be doing something like chill. Like, I wouldn't be on some. Yeah.
And if that were to happen, you were to be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's good.
I promise I will. I'm not lying either.
I'm
so serious.
What up, y'all? I'm Rajay, and I want to say first, thank y'all for the support, thank y'all for the love, and thank y'all for watching and listening to this podcast. We really don't take it for granted. Hey, if y'all want to continue to support us by spending y'all money, I got a way for y'all to do that. Y'all go to rajxshaw.com and pick up that Make It Happen hoodie today. Life be crazy, but we still got to do what? Make it happen, gang. But the other thing I want to ask you about is, because we've had this before, What be up with y'all in them phones and not answering them?
Okay.
Cause that be making me mad.
I could say for me, either I forget to respond, which I be forgetting to respond. Like even with I'm bad at texting now. Like
Everybody, it's universal.
Everybody, like it's universal. Like everybody, I'm bad at texting. Like I'll leave somebody on red on accident. They be like, "Bro, you left me on red." I'm like, "Oh my bad, I forgot to text back soon."
Yeah.
Like, I'm really bad at texting. But it's like if I really don't answer the phone, it's because I didn't see the call. But most of the time I answer the phone. I'm just really bad at texting. Or sometimes it'll be a thing where I'll either not know what to say and forget to respond, or I'll be like trying to figure out what to say. Cause like sometimes my parents will text me say something just so random or cringy or something.
Yeah, and you don't be knowing what to say.
I'll be like,
but you know that can be taken as you just ignoring the text.
right.
So it's better to say something like, "Hey," anything like something, because
Right.
nothing can come
seem
off
like
as
you just don't care
or just ignored it.
or ignore it.
Yeah. And especially when you are away, like things like
Right.
texting back or things like calling to make sure you got where you needed to go or texting to say, "I'm safe, we made it." Things like that are important because number one, it assures the parents that you are okay. And then it shows that you're responsible and there's a trust built. So it's like, okay, I can count on Nay to at least text me when she get where she going. She call me every couple of hours to let me know what's going on. Of course, we always have your location. So
Right.
like things like that for the girls and the boys is a good way to be able to let them do little stuff and still be able to know what's going on. So it doesn't have to be a double standard. You should just know your daughter or your son because, like Nate said, your son may be the one that you need to worry about more than your daughter. And then vice versa sometimes, depending on the situation, depending on the people around them, it could go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. Cause your kids, cause more definitely, cause I know cause of some of my friends, like they act totally different. Like they act so different. Like when they with their parents, they act different than how they are when they leave the house.
And that's another thing because what can happen is when a child is different with their parents than they are with everybody else, they can make their parents think that they are one way, and then their parents let them do certain things or they feel a certain way about their child based on how their child act in front of them. And it's like, no, that ain't really who your child really is.
Mm.
Why do you think kids act different in front of their parents, but then not the same behind their parents' back?
Because I feel like it's I don't know. I feel like maybe so they can have more freedom. I don't know.
So it's like, I'm going to act really good, but then when I leave, I'm going to be really bad.
I feel like, no, because even with that, when they around their parents, it's not like they act how they actually act. It's like they put on a persona so they can do what they need to do.
Oh, so they finessing.
Yes. And then when they leave the house, be acting crazy. Because I know a whole bunch of friends that's like that.
They be finessing their parents. So their parents think they just great kids, like they're well behaved. And then as soon as they leave, they like turning up.
Yes.
This is amazing. I'm glad we talking about this because like we be getting hoodwinked, parents. Our kids be finessing us, cuz. Dang. Oh, you spilling the beans. And do you think that boys are worse than girls?
I mean, no offense to y'all, but yeah. I honestly do.
What make you think that?
Cause they be on a whole different timing. Like say with a link up with like our friend group or something. Cause I know it's like it's like 4 girls and 4 boys. Like, and then the boys, all the boys can go wherever they want. And like it's like most of the girls can't go wherever they want. And like I'm gonna explain to you. For one, she don't go nowhere. She really don't go nowhere like ever because like her parents and type of parents that she got. And then 2, one of my other friends, she always got to babysit her little sisters, and which I feel bad for her as well because her parents let her little sisters go everywhere but don't let her go nowhere.
Oh.
And her little sisters are like really younger than her. Other than she had 2 sisters. One of them is like kind of close to her age. The other one's like really young.
Uh-huh.
But they be letting her little sisters go everywhere and don't be letting her go nowhere. Then the other one, my best friend, of course, she don't go nowhere unless, like, oh my God, it's like a 2-step verification. Like she got to make sure everything good. Like, it's like, yeah. And the only way she'll even be able to go somewhere slightly okay is if she with me.
Yeah.
And so,
but that's because her parents trust us.
Right.
But with the boys, you don't think the parents care at all.
No, they don't. They don't. So it's like it's a thing where if we ever try to link up, like the whole friend group, only about 2 of the girls can go, and the only girl that could probably go is me, maybe, depending on where we're going.
But the boys can always go.
The boys can always go. And then even when we tried to go, we were like, never mind, because like we basically gonna have security on us.
Yeah.
Because it's like with the girls, like our parents probably gonna like be stuck on us.
Oh yeah, it's chaperone time. Your dad gonna right.
But like we gonna.
I'm gonna do the same thing. That's crazy because I'm thinking about it. Like I gotta make sure I don't do that. I think I'm gonna chaperone Jameer too, but I gotta make sure I don't do that because you're gonna be clocking. You're gonna be like, boy, they wouldn't let me do none of that you doing. Dang.
Like, no, because to be honest, I promise you, if you let me go somewhere by myself, because I've been like even when with other people, I've been by myself, like no chaperone, but I've been very safe and aware of my surroundings.
And I think that's a good point to make to parents that like y'all daughters are like they check over their shoulder too, and they make sure they okay, and they look out for crazy people too. It ain't just the boys. Yeah, and to your point, I could see boys being more reckless than girls. Like, I could see like a boy getting snatched from not looking when he crossed the street.
Right.
Like a boy just like wilding like, oh, sorry, we're gonna bleep that out. And then we're gonna continue like, boy, what is you doing?
No, cause one thing about it, like when I'm around my mom or like when I'm around my parents, like I be so childish. Like I'll like say if I go to the store with my mama or like grandpa, I be acting so childish. But then when I go by myself, like hold on now, why you going? Like who is this? Like stay back, stay with us. Like that's how I be with my friends. Like, I remember we went to the mall and I was like with my best friend and my sister, right? So basically, right, but she's literally like 1 year younger than us, but she's really short.
Really little,
she's really little. So like even when we went to the mall, we was kind of farther. We was separated from my parents. So I was like, hold on, make sure she right here because I'm not trying to lose her and she gets snatched up. Even though she was right, she was irritated. I was like, I don't care, girl.
Okay, wait.
I felt like my parents for a second.
There you go.
She was so irritated because like she was shorter. I was like, I know you probably annoyed, but girl, you're not gonna get snatched up by these random people.
So you do understand.
I get it, but I get it, but I hate it because it's when it's me. But it's like I don't want her to get snatched up.
So guess what that is?
Hypocrite.
Now you got a double standard.
Cause I got better though. Like when we go places, I be chilling.
So you let her kind of move around?
No, because only reason I was really the way, because I don't be doing her like that. But only reason I was really, really like that is because if you know me, you know my birthday. My birthday is the day after Christmas. So it was a lot of people everywhere. Yeah. And because we were like, it was just me
and them
my best friend and her, I was like, we can't get lost in this crowd. Because if like we get separated, ain't no way we're gonna find each other.
Yes. So you are a responsible girl. So parents, y'all might have some responsible girls. And y'all should be more worried about y'all boys than y'all worried about y'all girls. Jalea said, I'm just saying.
Yeah. And vice versa, of course.
Yes. If necessary. It's a case-by-case basis. And you just got to communicate with your child, communicate with your kids, and know them. And then just treat the situation accordingly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. This has been great. It's on you.
Yeah. I've been Nay. And
I'm Rajay.
And I guess that's it.
Peace.